Okay, today what I want to talk about is based solely on request. Someone brought up the topic of hitting a plateau and how they can do things in what they can do in order to move past that or get past their plateau. So I'm going to approach it the same way as problem solution. So if the problem is you're hitting a plateau, I'll give you three things that might help you get past that. Now it's a really hard question to answer in general because everyone is going to have a different thing that might be holding them back. It could be motivation, it could be consistency, it could be something with their diet plan or their exercise or training. So it's going to be different. It's also different if you are looking to lose weight or you're looking for performance. If you're looking for performance, you might plateau because you need to adjust the way that you perform the actual movement. So it could be something with the actual process that you can change in order to optimize performance. And with weight loss, it's usually some different things. So just in general, I'm going to talk about weight loss, but if you're trying to increase your vertical jump, if you're trying to increase your running speed, if you're trying to increase something performance-based, it's going to be totally different. It's also going to be different for strength training. So just why someone is not seeing results or has stalled is going to be completely different depending on what their modality is, what specificity they're training for. So just talking about weight loss, usually the three things that you can do to make sure that you're moving past your plateau really quickly, three quick things are: one, are you tracking? If you're not tracking your calories and your energy expenditure, that's usually a reason why people might plateau. So if you start a program and you have an idea, yes, I want to diet, I want to eat better, and I want to exercise, and you just start doing those two things. You start eating a little healthier and you start being more active. Just doing that is probably going to change your caloric intake. Now, if you weren't gaining weight, then you would automatically start losing weight if you were at a standstill. If you were just barely gaining weight, so you're only in excess of like 100 calories a day, then by changing your diet a slight bit and increasing your activity, it's going to allow you to be in a deficit. So you would eventually start losing weight whether you're tracking or not. So if you're not tracking, make sure you're tracking. That way you can make sure you know where you're at with your caloric deficit and that you know whether you're over or whether you're not. It's going to start with tracking. Second, do you have a program? And since you've plateaued, I'm already assuming that you have a program, but the first part is, do you have a program? And if you do have a program, are you following that program? And once again, if we're talking about diet and exercise, you might be following the fitness part of the program, but not the diet portion of the program. And initially, you can see some progress just by being more active and being more fit. But if you aren't looking at the diet aspect of the program, then you're obviously not following the program. And you will eventually stall because you're only following one portion and you're actually not following the program. You're just following parts of the program. And doing that isn't going to work long term. So if you have a magazine and you're taking the exercise out of it and it has exercise, most of them have some type of nutritional advice to go with the exercise program. But what people want to do is just follow the exercise program. And in doing that, you're missing an integral part of the program by following the diet. So make sure you're following the program and make sure that you're following every part of the program. And the third part, real quick, is if you're following the program and you're tracking, then you might need to readjust your calories in or your calories out. So if you're following a program that says work out 3 days a week and you've plateaued, then you either need to increase your activity in order to maybe go 5 or 6 days a week just to be more active, just to get in more exercise, to make sure that you're burning more calories, or you might need to readjust your calories in, what you're eating, what you're consuming. If you weigh 300 pounds, if you've lost 50 pounds, a 250-pound person is going to burn a different amount of calories each day than a 300-pound person. It's going to be less just based on living through the day and your BMR. So if you don't readjust and take that into consideration, then you're going to be eating for a different caloric need. A good way to look at it is always look to eat for the body that you want. If you want to be a 250-pound person and you're 300 pounds, then you need to eat and work toward that 250-pound goal. Once you get to 250, if you're wanting to get down to 200, then you're going to have to readjust. You're going to have to eat toward that 200-pound goal. and that will help you adjust your calories. But those are 3 quick things that if it is weight loss that you're trying to get into, that's what you're plateauing on, that might be helpful for you.